Spears and Ali Overtime here on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. We are back for another week. We're going to be talking about the Sweet 16 round of our Munchie Madness, getting down to the nitty-gritty, guys.
Yeah.
A lot of great matchups for this week.
And, like we talked about on the show, I look at the three-point line. We can go into individual matchups, but when Clemson's really been successful, they kind of lure you into shooting that three-pointer. And if you're not shooting them well, you're in trouble. And so you saw that with Baylor going 4 for 24 from the three-point line. You saw that from New Mexico going 3 for 23 from the three-point line. And, where Clemson really got beat, and Boston College beat them thoroughly in the ACC tournament, like by 20.
Yeah.
Go Golden Eagles.
The Eagles, Boston College Eagles, they shot 40% from the three-point line. They took 25 shots, but they took it to the rack a lot. They took it to the basket. They were aggressive, and Clemson did not shoot it well from the three-point line. Their other guard, not Joe Girard, but Chase Hall, he was 0 for 10 in that game. So
is it Chase Hall or Chase Hunter?
I don't know, one of the two.
It's Chase Hunter.
Yeah. It's like, I hope he's
Doesn't
like
seem to
not.
matter.
He's gonna be watching this show. He's like, oh, I'm gonna make you remember my name, motherfucker.
It's okay. I call him Chase Thomas multiple times on the show today.
I know. You corrected me and called him Chase Thomas.
I will admit that I'm wrong.
All those preseason lists are getting to him.
Growth.
Yeah. Did you? I
know.
Yeah. That's
I know.
wild.
Wait till the next step, his evolution, is his calmness driving. But let's take it baby steps.
Yeah. And then beyond that, admitting his fandom.
Admitting his fandom.
Yeah.
Never happened.
Dude, on his tombstone, on his deathbed, it's like, Daddy, what's your final words? Bear down.
Me and John Bunn Salmon.
He's gonna
one
do
and the
it.
same.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna
It's
be
because he's a massive fan.
And he's gonna have on his tombstone, I admit it, I'm a fan.
Yeah. If I outlive you, Justin, I'm gonna make sure that your tombstone is just a giant block A.
Block A.
Yeah. Oh no, dude, I'm putting if I get to do that, I mean, which is I'm 20 years older than you almost, but there's gonna be Arizona stickers all over all over your tombstone.
What would be like on the tombstone? What would be emblazoned on it?
To the end of fan.
Alpha and Omega fan.
Yeah. But I mean that 3-point line back to the basketball game is going to be really important. I don't even want to talk about North Carolina or Alabama right now. All the focus is on Clemson. They got a big front line. You got to take it to B.J. Hall. He does get in foul trouble. He's a very talented big man, but he's had some injuries. I don't know. I've heard reports that he doesn't really practice much. We got to play our game. Push the ball, be aggressive, go to the rack, and, shoot the three-pointers in rhythm, right? Because when we shoot them in rhythm, we're really good. But don't let them off the hook. Don't shoot the three-pointer because it's the easier shot. Don't pass it around the perimeter and then take the shot. The more physical, aggressive team is going to win on Thursday.
Yep.
I'm optimistic that's going to be Arizona. And with our depth, they had to play 8 guys against Baylor because they were in major foul trouble.
Yeah.
But they don't normally play 8 guys. So
really?
No.
Damn.
So we have to do what we did to Dayton in a lot of ways. I mean, Darren Holmes, the star from Dayton, the big man who's from Phoenix, he was exhausted at the end of the game. I mean, he was really and we just wore him down. We got to do the same thing to their frontline guys. We got to, if we're aggressive, we'll draw the fouls, we'll get them in foul trouble, and like I said, shoot those 3-pointers in rhythm. Mm-hmm. Don't let them off the hook by just doing it because we're not being aggressive and not moving. But if anything offensively, this team is really good at usually moving without the ball. And then defensively, lock down, man. Lock down, especially on their guards. The guy that we don't know his name, but whether it's Girard or Hunter, you got to make those guys 2-point shooters, not 3-point shooters. Make them take it in, right? Because we got a pretty formidable front line ourselves, and we got guys that can alter your shot on the inside as well. So, I'm excited, but I'm also I want to throw up in my fucking mouth. That's to answer your question.
Well, you're speaking as an Arizona fan who has seen your team be in this position before.
Yeah.
But they've also have fallen short too over the last 2 decades.
Yeah.
And how many Arizona teams have we seen that are like, man, they're so good. This is the year. And then they end up tripping in the Sweet 16 or the Elite Eight. So I'm not going to sit here and look ahead to North Carolina or Alabama, even though there are great storylines on the other side, because if Arizona plays North Carolina, they get the number 1 seed. And Caleb Love is playing against his former team. Caleb Love led North Carolina to the national championship game.
I think my heart just fluttered as you were talking about that. I think I'm insane.
Yeah. You got that possibility. You got Arizona in the rematch against Alabama from earlier in the year. That game, that was in Phoenix, right, for the Jerry Colangelo Classic. And then that's also another revenge game because Jaden Bradley played at Alabama last year too. So that's on the other side. But Arizona, they can't afford to overlook their opponent, and I don't think they are, because they understand that it's hard to get to this point. And in the first year under Tommy Lloyd, a lot of us thought, oh, Houston, they should be able to get by them. Come to find out, Houston was just misseeded.
Yeah.
Houston had no business being the 5 seed in the tournament.
I was
were
there
a
in San
top 2 or 3
Antonio,
seed.
and that was a team of men, right? And they got another team of men. And
Jamal Shed, man.
Hopefully we get
Real
a rematch with them. But
they had some trouble last week, though, or in the last round.
Yeah, I mean, Mississippi, it's Texas A&M.
A&M.
And
hit that 3-pointer late.
Yeah, that was clutch. And went to overtime, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that was.
But they didn't fucking cover.
No, 1 point.
God damn it.
1 point, yeah.
God damn
Their
it.
parlay.
I watched that fucking first free throw lip out, and I was like, fucking son of a bitch.
Yeah.
That was a 6-leg parlay, God damn it.
1-800 next up.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you, buddy, that's tough. There's nothing you can say other than
I feel you.
It's gambling, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, Luka Doncic, I bet him on the over on a combo, points, rebounds, and assists, and he was like well on his way. And then like Sacramento shit the bed, and Dallas just went up like 25, and he didn't even play in the fourth quarter. Like I needed like 5 more of something.
Yeah.
And he was like, and Jason Kidd's like, did you say Ollie bet the over? Take your jersey off, Luka.
Yeah.
He literally took his jersey off. I'm like, well, change the channel. My insanity, so my brother is like, dude, I think you got OCD. And I'm like, I don't have OCD. I'm insane. Because I had actually one guy text me. He's like, hey, I'm going to LA. What should I wear? And I'm like, okay, this is what we're going to do. Whatever you wore last Thursday, you wear Thursday. And whatever you wore last Saturday, you wear Saturday. Do not fucking deviate. Do not deviate.
Seriously, I should do the same thing?
Are we talking like same socks? Like,
What? Don't deviate. What does that mean? Did I stutter? Yeah.
All my socks are black. They all look the same. How do
But
I
are
know?
they the same socks?
Yes.
No. They're different socks.
But how do I know which ones were which?
You figure that out, man. Be a team player.
I have all black Nike socks.
I could be wearing one of the ones right now.
Yeah. Well, wear it again. And then figure it out. And then come on, it's important. And then I told the Pauls, because the Pauls, they like to our buddies the Pauls.
The Jake Pauls?
You know who I'm talking about. McDonald's and Nova Pauls.
Mr. Diaz and Volpe.
They like to dress up, right? Right?
Yeah.
You got a headband guy.
Paul Diaz guy got his headband and
they got the shoes.
His Gucci shoes.
And I'm like, boys, whatever you wore Thursday, wear Thursday. And whatever you wore Saturday in Salt Lake, wear Saturday. And that's when my brother's like, he's on the same text chain, and he's like, do you have OCD? And I'm like, no, it's insanity, but it matters, and it's real.
I can actually predict exactly what the Pauls are going to be wearing. Paul Diaz, white headband, Arizona basketball jersey.
Yeah. It's got to be 25, I think, is what he wore.
He's wearing Kerr.
Yeah. With a nice undershirt underneath, some good pants, killer shoes, because Paul Diaz has one of the best shoe collections in Tucson.
Is he wearing a watch?
Is he a watch guy?
Yeah, he's
yes,
a watch guy.
Most definitely a watch guy.
He'll have a very nice watch on. My Paul Diaz, the Steve Ballmer doppelganger. Yeah.
He's a lot cooler than Steve
Pretty
Ballmer.
cool.
Yeah, he's a lot cooler than Steve Ballmer.
Hey, man, when I'm comparing you to a bald billionaire, is it so bad? Is it so bad?
And then Paul Volpe, usually wearing kind of like a retro-looking Arizona shirt, maybe with like a nice jacket
He had a jersey
to go
on.
with it.
Yeah,
or jersey, and
okay,
that
yeah.
nice little like retro hat sometimes.
Yeah, dude. So I'm wearing the same thing I wore Thursday to Saturday, same shoes, same everything. I've already got it laid out. I'm ready. I'm packed. And I'm like, I just need clothes for Friday and Sunday. And so I'm just taking a backpack. And so I'm ready to go. And
Are you so crazy where you're going to be like, okay, this is what I ate on Saturday. I'm going to do the same thing.
I didn't even think that far ahead.
Oatmeal for breakfast,
Nah,
hard-boiled eggs.
I've been on a no-carb diet, so it's been like chicken breast and vegetables or like a shrimp ceviche with vegetables or
Shrimp
peppers
ceviche.
and a little bit of hummus. Yeah, I haven't done so I know like no carbs. It'll be a no-carb Los Angeles trip for me.
Oh, man.
I still have no fucking idea what a carb is.
Carbon dioxide. No, it's carbohydrate, man. No
Yeah,
bread.
no.
Just basically no bread, no rice, no pasta
So what's the point?
of life. I don't know. That's a good question.
I'm struggling so hard right now.
I went for a walk last night and it started to rain pretty hard. So I went up to like Sunrise to Craycroft and then coming back, and then it was really raining. So I'm like, you know what? I didn't eat dinner. I'm gonna stop by Risky Business, and I had a Caesar salad with just no Caesar dressing, just vinegar, and I'm allowed to have 2 drinks a week. So I kind of bend the rules on the drinks a week. It might be 4. So I had a beer with it, a little nice Miller Lite. I know how you feel about
You and
that.
your fucking light
Yeah,
beer.
yeah, I know. And they brought this like big thing of bread next to it, and I'm just like, ma'am, could you just take that away? Because I will eat it.
Temptations.
Chicken Caesar was good. Risky Business does a good chicken Caesar.
No croutons.
There were maybe 4 croutons. in there.
Oh, man.
I know.
Are those carbs?
Those are carbs.
I don't know.
Are those carbs I
I'm,
hear?
I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
That-
Honestly,
that-
I have no idea. But
Croutons are
maybe.
carbs, but I'm like, if I can't have 4 croutons when I just walked 6 miles, then
You got to get back.
get back.
Get back.
You got to get back.
Got to
It'll
get back.
come
It did
back.
come out Midwestern.
Yeah.
Very Minnesota of you.
That's the hockey fan in me.
But yeah, man. So
They
I
have
mean,
to come back.
They
and
have to come
here's the
back.
other thing that's really, this is why I want it so bad, right? I mean, I love Arizona basketball. I already want it because of that. I've been with this team, this edition of Arizona basketball from the beginning when I went on the Middle Eastern tour with them. I feel like, I'm part of this team. And somebody's like, you keep saying we, you're not on the team. I'm like, well, I mean, technically I am help paying for our players, so I think I can say we. But not technically, literally.
Donor, season ticket holder.
Yeah, well, but the donors, like the NIL thing is like that money goes to
Yes.
NIL money for our players. So, yeah, I think I can say we. But I feel like I'm close to this team. And the other thing is my son, Xavier, because of NCAA rules, you can only take so many people on staff with you. And you have to give them a flight itinerary. And the NCAA like checks it because, if you take too many staff members or managers, it could be, a competitive advantage for a team. I mean, the NCAA is fucking stupid, right?
Yes.
It's the fucking stupidest. The guy for Oakland that hit 10 3-pointers against Kentucky?
Oh, Jack Oakey.
The Oakland asked for the game ball because it was such a big game. This is probably the crowning achievement of this young man's life. He was the story of the first couple of rounds of the NCAA tournament. And the NCAA said no. I mean, look, if you work for the NCAA, you're a fan of the NCAA, you advise the NCAA, or if you got NCAA in your name anywhere, you're a fucking moron, okay? And you're like you're what's wrong with humanity, and everything that's happening is because of you, and you fucked him. So, yeah, I hate
But
that.
I don't think Jack Oakey's worrying about the basketball, though. He's
But you-
rolling in that Buffalo Wild Wings money
Yeah, did you hear how you did that?
and TurboTax and all these other stuff. What?
I'm gonna talk to you about how.
Turbo tag.
Yeah, he's rolling in the money, but like he wanted the game ball. Like, what is the big deal, right?
Yeah.
And so, we've got too many managers and staff members on the team. That's a competitive advantage of Arizona over Clemson. Anyway, back to my point. So, my son's been with the basketball team since he was a freshman, and so since he was 17 years old, I have not watched an Arizona basketball game with him. And so I'm excited because I get to watch an Arizona basketball game with him. And then what gets even better is when Arizona wins, my brother is flying his family out from Atlanta. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. So I know we got to get to Munchie Madness, but this is a great story. They fly in Saturday. In my brother's words, I'm going to get them situated, which is like, I can't wait to ask him how that conversation went with his wife. What is situated means like, here, you're with my family. He's getting on a plane. He's coming to L.A., and it's going to be me, Omid, and Xavier at the Elite Eight in Los Angeles on Saturday night against Alabama or North Carolina. Like, that's what I want. I want that so bad.
Your brother's leaving his family in somewhere in Atlanta?
No. He's flying his family from Atlanta to Tucson, and then he's getting on a plane on Tucson, and he's going to Los Angeles. Unless he even gets better. But there's more. Unless, depending on the game time on Saturday, he might just have to make them fly on their own, and he flies directly from Atlanta to Los Angeles. So it could go either way. But my brother,
you guys are crazy.
my brother's the best, and he's an awesome father. So his oldest son is a huge WWE fan, like huge.
Oh hell!
And my brother owns an advertising agency called Majority, which does a lot of cool things. And one of their clients is Coca-Cola. So Coca-Cola, through his relationships, has been able to get him like backstage passes and all kinds of really cool things at WWE. And so they have WrestleMania, I think, on that at the end of his trip, like right when the Final Four is, like maybe on that Sunday before the finals. So Otis doesn't know this, and he's not watching because he's going to announce this at dinner when we're all together. Him and Otis are going from Tucson to Philadelphia while his wife takes the other kids back home to Atlanta, and they're going to WrestleMania in Philadelphia.
Oh, at Lincoln Financial Field?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
and it's like, The Rock is going to be there, and I don't know if you saw what he just did to Cody Rhodes, and
yeah,
there's a Roman Reigns thing, and so I mean, his son is, if he doesn't pee his pants,
you need to get close to it.
But we're gonna videotape us at the dinner table when he gets in. Hopefully, so if he's there Saturday, we went on Saturday to go to the Final Four. We get in at Sunday at 4:00. We're gonna have dinner night at Sunday night with my family. And he's going to videotape him announcing in front of everybody that he's taking him to WrestleMania in Philadelphia. And the kid is going to, like we talk about the guy in the court in Nevada that jumped over and tackled the judge. He's going to do something like that. He's going to like jump over the table.
But it's not out of anger. It's
out
love.
of love.
Like, I'm going to hug you.
Tackle his dad. I mean, so
that's awesome.
It's going to be a really cool moment.
I think that means we have to watch WrestleMania to see if we can spot Omid and Otis.
Oh, and he's going to have great seats, and he's going to have, again, the all access. It's going to be awesome. Dude. I'm so excited. He's like, should I stay for if the Cats are in the Final Four and maybe we go to the final? I'm like, dude, no. Watch it on TV. Take your son to WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Well, okay. Now I'm like, I know I don't say I'm an Arizona fan. Kind of rooting for Arizona.
Yeah, man. This is
now that you say that,
there's a lot of joy to be had, and there's a lot at stake with Arizona's success this weekend.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Are there, just out of curiosity, are there any other Sweet 16 games you guys are interested in, maybe outside of our bracket, like out of the region, I should say?
Well, I mean, on the other side, you got North Carolina versus Alabama, #1 seed against one of the top teams from the SEC. That's always fun. I'm curious to see Houston versus Duke.
Yeah.
Because Houston almost lost to Texas A&M, like we mentioned.
Yep.
Yeah.
But Duke, I did not have them going this far in my bracket. I actually had them losing in the second round to James Madison. But Duke was like, nah, we're going to go out and freaking kill the Dukes.
They played their best game of the year.
100%.
So I'm going to tell you right now, give the points and take Houston. They're going to beat the dog shit out of Duke.
Yeah.
The line is, I don't know what the line is right now, but because of the way Duke played and the way Houston played in the last game,
I don't know.
It's, I think, skewed too low. I thought it was like 3.5 or 4.5.
Favoring Houston?
Yeah. I'm giving the points, and I'm taking Houston. I also interested in
Marquette, NC State.
That definitely was not going to be what I said.
Oh, cause DJ Burns from NC State, who's like built like an offensive tackle.
Yeah.
One of my favorite stories in college sports. He was actually on with your boys at Barstool with Big Cat
my
and
boys.
PFT.
These are my boys.
They had
Hey, Big Cat. We've said 5 words to each other in the last couple of Arizona Bowls, but just want you to know we're boys.
That's your boy.
You're boys. You did a great job with the national anthem, by the way.
They had DJ Burns, and I don't know if you guys know this, but he's got a side hustle with vending machines. Apparently, he has.
Yeah, I saw that.
He owns a few vending machines.
Apparently, that's a great way to make money.
Yeah, very enterprising young man.
Duke Houston line is 4.5.
4.5. Yeah, I'm giving the points. That before I leave, I'm betting Houston, probably fairly substantially. Which
would you tease
like
that up at all?
$50. No,
Just 4.5.
just take the 4.5.
Fair enough.
Vegas knows what they're doing. And back to Jack Golke. So after his kind of run, he created an email address where anybody that wanted to do NIL deals with him would send him an email with the proposal, and then he had 2 of his buddies choose which one he was going to take.
Oh,
Yeah. Just gotta love the dude, right?
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, just cool dude. He's like, hey, I'll give you guys a cut. You guys get all the emails. You decide what I'm going to do and tell me where to go.
Yeah, that's a lot of trust.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I feel like
You think they pull a Shohei Ohtani interpreter move? It's like,
Let's steal his
hey
Buffalo
man,
Wild Wings money.
you got Buffalo Wild Wings, but it's only like $500. It was like $5,000.
Yeah.
No, he's got good buddies, I'm sure. So yeah, a lot riding on U of A, and I'm really excited.
what about the Zags Purdue? game?
That's going to say the game. I'm gonna be really interested, especially if Arizona, when they win. I'm gonna watch the North Carolina
Kevin May
Alabama
next door
game.
is like,
I know.
the hell keeps knocking?
Keeps opening the door. Who's fucking the ding dong DoorDash dish prank? Who's doing that in the station? Yeah. I'm going to definitely be interested in that game. But, yeah, Purdue-Gonzaga I think is going to be a really good matchup. I think Gonzaga, they got a big man that I think can match with Zach Edey. And it's human nature, right? Because everybody's talking about all the fouls Zach Edey gets. Like, it's like, who do the refs cheat for more, Caitlin Clark or Zach Edey? Like 2 Midwestern teams.
I don't know if you guys watched that Iowa game or any of the Iowa games in the women's side. They were getting away with a lot of shit in the Hawkeyes arena.
I'll get to that in a second, but I think maybe the refs might hold their whistle a little bit on Zach Edey, and the key to Purdue is if their guards. When we played Purdue in Indianapolis, their guards shot the lights out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When their guards shoot the lights,
Scheckelmeyer
yeah, Lawyer, I can't remember that name, and the other guy. They were both freshmen last year. This is their second year. They're more mature. They look like a little more, solid. If they're shooting well, Purdue is really hard to beat.
Yeah.
If they don't have a good shooting game, Gonzaga can beat Purdue. And Gonzaga I love U of A and the tradition of U of A. Gonzaga's been to 9 straight Sweet 16s.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that.
It's crazy.
This small Jesuit school out of Spokane, Washington.
And
They've been to 9 straight Sweet 16s.
I was going to say the area around Spokane apparently ain't too kind.
Yeah, Coeur d'Alene.
The freaking
In Idaho?
Idaho with the Utah women's basketball team.
Yeah.
That's terrible, man.
So the reports are somebody was basically following them, just kept saying the N-word. That's just not cool. But, you take one person like that, and then everybody's like, oh, Coeur d'Alene is a racist community. You can't paint a whole community because of one jackass.
Yeah.
Now, I know some.
I don't know, I've seen some reports out there that apparently Idaho is
There's some white
like that.
There's some supremacy groups that have decided that Idaho is their home base, but
which speaks to the supremacy. Oh, we got to set up in Idaho,
yeah,
the
okay.
biggest hotbed of communications, and that's where
potatoes.
everyth's happening.
Hey, man.
Idaho.
I like potatoes.
So do I.
It's like,
Can't eat them right now though.
Where do we? No, I can't. Yeah. It's like, where's the best bread or potatoes? That's where we should put our Spears and Ollie headquarters. But yeah, I mean, the funny meme, I guess, from that Iowa game with Caitlin Clark was like, there's the referees like hugging each other afterwards, and like just like in high fiving. It wasn't the rest from the game, but. I want Caitlin. I mean, Caitlin Clark is the best thing going in women's college basketball. So
Yeah.
I mean, West Virginia played them tough. She still scored like 29, 30 points. But yeah, Zach Edey's tough, man. He's hard just because of his size. He's very skilled.
Yeah.
He's a really skilled basketball player, and he's tough to defend because he's got the reach on everybody.
How come he's not getting a lot of NBA draft buzz? That has always been very confusing to me because he's one of the best college basketball players, and I know that not every college basketball great is going to translate to the NBA, right? Like Luka Garza from Iowa most recently. Remember how much we were talking about him, and he's the best player in college hoops. Are we talking about him as an NBA player? But I mean, Zach Edey's got the size. He can rebound well. I'm just trying to figure out, like, what is it about his game that doesn't tell people he's an NBA prospect?
You know, Justin, that is a fantastic question. And the answer is not about his game. It's about the way the NBA drafts. So the NBA drafts on potential and ceiling. And if you're younger and you show any potential, like, for example, if KJ Lewis went out for the draft, he might get drafted ahead of Zach Edey. But the NBA makes this mistake all the time because there's guys like Peyton Pritchard, who's a really important rotational guy in Boston. There's a guy like TJ McConnell. They make this mistake all the time, and they draft on potential, and then these guys don't pan out. And the guy that you know that can – maybe he's not going to be a superstar in the NBA, but he's going to be a guy that can be in your rotation and be important and is going to actually play, has got some game. Because he's older, they fall to the end of the first round or the second round. And so, I don't know.
Draymond Green was like that at Michigan State.
Exactly. Another a good example. And there's a litany of examples like that. And I don't understand why somebody in the NBA hasn't been like, you know, look, we got a good core. You know, a guy like TJ McConnell, Peyton Pritchard, Draymond Green, this guy's going to play for us. You know, he may be 22. Oh, my God, he's so old. Right? I know. I don't know how many years he's got left.
Yeah.
Being 22. But he actually, we know he can play. And Zach Edey's that guy. And you're going to watch a bunch of guys go in front of Zach Edey, and Zach Edey's going to have a 12 to 15-year career in the NBA.
For the Boston Celtics.
He reminds me, I don't know, man. I see him, and I'm like, you play for Purdue. You got to be an Indiana Pacer.
Got to be a Pacer?
Yeah.
Zach Edey in Boston.
Actually, backing up Ben and TJ up there.
Well, he'd be behind Miles Turner at center. But yeah, Mathurin and TJ and Zach Edey. Whew. I think he's a really good player. I think he gets a lot of unwarranted hate.
Yeah.
And, you know, you never see him, like, look.
He's never jawing at people. He just goes out there and plays.
Exactly. And just, you know, there's the indignant, judgmental people that when Caitlin Clark's like, you know.
Talking trash a little bit.
She talks a lot of trash.
That's cool.
And they're like, oh, this is not what you should be showing young people. You got to be a role model.
Like, you've never been in between those white lines before.
No, man. Exactly. She's a fucking competitor.
Yeah.
You know? And somebody's been, like, yapping at her the whole game, and then she wins, and she turns around and is like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, yeah, Caitlin Clark.
Damn
you
straight.
tell him.
Damn straight.
You tell him.
All right. Now on to the food stuff. Sorry, Ali. I know you're doing great on your no-carb diet, but now it's time to talk about some carbs.
I know. 7 pounds.
7 pounds of carbs?
7 pounds of
Ali.
gelatinous fat. Not on my body right now. I feel great.
Good on you, man.
I'm getting to 20. So this is going to be a month. Carbs. I'm going to do this for a month.
Good luck in Los Angeles, my friend.
That's fine, dude. Steak, chicken, vegetables. You know, you get used to it. Trust me. You really do. And I'm going to drink.
My man. All right, let's get to the Munchie
beer,
Madness Sweet 16.
Vodka. No carbs in vodka.
No, sir. Even though it comes from potatoes, huh?
Well, not all of it. Vodka can be made from potatoes. Tito's is made from corn.
Is it?
Yeah. Grey Goose is made from, I think, grape.
Oh.
Geese, yeah. Yeah. Foie gras.
Yeah.
Vodka. Oh, that's duck liver.
There's a little pink shit floating in it.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to
I drink it.
The teams that are remaining. All right, what's our we got 4 regions.
Yep.
We got the burger region, pizza region, wings region, Mexican food region. Let's get to our first region, which
disclaimer.
is
Pause
oh,
to
sorry.
read if you need to.
Yeah,
It's a
we're-
good disclaimer.
it's the first time I've actually read it, and I got the first couple of lines.
Yeah.
And it was "We are dumb idiots" just
Yeah.
on the radio.
Yep.
I think. Yeah.
Feel free to read it if you want.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, I
For
get
the, maybe we should read it for the people listening on the podcast, not watching the podcast.
the end of it is exactly the right point to make.
Uh-huh.
We love sports, we love food, and we love having a good time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Don't take it too
no,
seriously.
don't take it too seriously.
Yeah.
But the Final Four, Justin, about having the owners of the establishments that make it that far on our show is a great idea, but I'm going to one-up you.
Okay,
All right? And you're going to like it.
sure. We go to their places.
Just get out of my head. You say I'm in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. We go to their places, but you know when we do remotes, the only thing missing from a remote is we're not with Andrew,
Aw.
right? It's not the same, right? I mean, we're talking, but it's not the same. Shut up. Dorothy. Don't give me the Dorothy. But maybe we
Animal
go and we
crackers,
film
yeah,
we
man.
film it with all three of us at the establishments, and they serve us with whatever it is. And instead of taking it to a vote, we decide the Final Four. Now you're putting a lot on our shoulders. You're opening yourself up to criticism, but I'm not fucking scared of you.
Well, I mean, I'm going to cast my vote in the polls.
No, but I'm saying we decide.
We decide
Committee
who
of-
wins the Munchie
Yes.
Madness. I can't do that
Why?
because I want to let the people do it. So that way, if anybody bitches, it's like, well, you motherfuckers voted on it. Sorry.
So you are a coward. That's what I'm saying. I'm not scared. And we're like, hey, Final Four, every one of them served us a dish, a wing, a burger, a Mexican food plate, and pizza, right? And we eat them, and we decide.
Oh man, Ali.
Scared.
You know what? I'm scared.
You are scared.
I am scared.
Why? Why do you care?
I don't know if I'm scared. I think it more just goes against how we've been doing it.
Yeah, I got to keep it uniform.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
I have no problem trying out the food. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I have no problem going to these establishments and
As long as,
having a good
listen,
meal.
I'm all in for all the upside. Just do not use the word accountability whatsoever. Because that's a side dish that I am not interested in whatsoever. If my plate's got accountability on it,
I don't want it.
take it back to the kitchen.
Tell the chef thanks, but no thanks. All right, let's get to the teams remaining, or the restaurants remaining. So in the burger region, we got Divine Bovine. I always want to say Bobon. Divine Bovine. No, Divine Bovine. I've never been here before.
It's not Spanish. Bobine.
But
It's Divine Bovine. I've heard it's great,
I heard it's amazing.
and I want to go there. In fact, I think Divine Bovine, once I get through my 20, I'm gonna celebrate with a Divine Bovine burger.
I'm gonna laugh if.
I gained 20 right away back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like if Lindy's wins, then we have to get Ali the blue suede cow
Yes, we do.
with the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. as
I'll
the
have
buns.
a bite. I'm not gonna eat it all,
I didn't say you have to eat it
Yeah.
all.
but I'll
You
try
take
it
some home, eat it for a week.
for a week.
It could
have,
feed you for a week.
have a few bites a day.
Hell yeah.
But
I'll try it.
yeah, we're down to 4 burger places: Divine Bovine, Zen Burger, Trident Grill, and Lindy's on 4th. You can cast your vote by going to the X account at ESPN Tucson, and you only got about a day left. But right now, very tight battle between these. Looking at the votes, currently 55% of the votes favoring Lindy's in their battle with Zen Burger, and Trident Grill edging Divine Bovine 54%.
Interesting.
To
It's
46.
close.
Yeah.
It's close, man. This is gonna go down to the wire. How long do you keep it open?
We got until tomorrow evening. So we're recording this podcast on Wednesday. Thursday evening is your last day to vote for the Sweet 16. And then throughout the weekend, you'll have the Elite 8 matchups. And then by the time the weekend ends, we will have our Final Four for next week.
All right, I like that. Somebody on X said that they really like the hamburger at Skyline Country Club, and I put my pinky up, and I'm like, I've had that. It's good. And they asked me. Yeah. That's how you go. But, yeah. Give me a martini, shaken, not stirred. It is a good burger, Skyline Country Club. But so he asked me, he's like, what about you? And I'm like, it's not on the list, but I used to work at O'Malley's. I know the owner of O'Malley's.
They do have damn good burgers.
The blue cheese bacon burger at O'Malley's is like one of my all-time favorites. I love that burger. Blue cheese and bacon, on a burger. Yeah. Not blue cheese sauce, like actual blue cheese.
Is it better than a double Western?
Come on, man.
Carl's Jr.?
Don't ask me.
I know the
choose
answer to
between
that
my children.
I like the one they have there that's got the fried egg on it.
Oh, I love fried egg and bacon. Hey, look, I like burgers. So my cousin on our text thread asked me this. I'm like, I want this so bad. I told you guys the reason why I want Arizona to get to the Final Four and have a successful weekend in L.A. Slay those Dragons. He's like, Steelers Super Bowl in 2025 or Arizona wins a national championship in 24.
Now the Super Bowl is just getting there?
Winning the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Damn. So what was it, a 6 or 7 there?
That'd be 7.
7.
And my answer was Steelers. Arizona winning the national championship in 24. The Steelers can win the Super Bowl in 26.
I mean, yeah. Man.
Yeah, right now, I shocked everybody. I'm like, no, Arizona,
I'm surprised.
Arizona Wildcats. I told there's a lot of context. There's a lot of layers to this one. I want the Steelers. By the way, over under 7.5 games. Sign me up for $100 on Steelers over 7.5. Also Cardinals over 6.5. I'm gonna bet that too. I think they're gonna be over 6.5. Yeah,
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Oh, especially in their division.
The division is a little weaker. Ganon's a good coach.
That's true.
Kyler Murray for the whole year. They got the 4th pick in the draft. And they're either going to load up and trade down, which I think they're going to trade. Everybody's penciled in Marvin Harrison Jr. for the Cardinals, and they very well may go that way. Don't be surprised if Vegas or Minnesota or Denver throws a huge package at the Cardinals, and it's just too good to pass up because this receiver class is so loaded. Roma Dunze from Washington.
Yeah.
You got, what's his name, Neighbors from LSU.
Yeah.
You got 2 receivers from LSU. The other guy's really good, too. I mean, there's receivers that you're going to get in the 3rd round that could end up being Hall of Famers. It's that deep. So I know I just went into draft talk, but yeah, Arizona 2024 national champions. And Steelers over 7.5.
Book it.
So still making the postseason. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought that'd surprise you.
I'm stunned, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Steeler himself.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Steeler. I'm reading the Mike Tomlin book right now. It's a really good book. It's a really good book.
It's just Tomlinisms every page.
The whole book is red.
It's not.
And it looks like it's got like a barn pattern on it.
Yeah.
You're missing the point because when you got blue paint, you paint the barn blue.
It's true.
It doesn't have to be red paint. That's the whole point. Right?
Is it a really sharp book?
It's a really thick book. There's a lot to it.
All right, let's move on to the next region in our Munchie Madness.
It's all written very standard.
Which is the Wings region. All right, so we are down to Barrio Brewing Company, Wings and Rice, ATL Wings, and Famous Sam's. Wings and Rice, they almost got edged out by, was it On Fire Wings or Wings on Fire from Rita Ranch? There was a 50-50 tie.
Well, that was in the first round, wasn't it?
First round.
Yeah. Went to overtime.
And Wings and Rice able to get past the first round in overtime and then get past the second round.
Is that their College of Charleston moment?
Yes.
Right? Where you won that tough game and then started because you got a bunch of number 1 seeds on here.
Yep.
And then just started beating number 1 seeds to the championship.
The St. Peters of our Munchie Madness.
Yeah.
Dougie Buckets.
Yeah. It's got good wings. I like ATL wings. I like all of them, man. This is impossible.
Yeah.
This is like fucking impossible.
So right now the battle is Wings and Rice versus ATL Wings. Currently,
man.
ATL Wings, they have a 58% advantage.
ATL's beating Wings and Rice?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then the other battle is Barrio Brewing versus Famous Sam's, and currently Barrio Brewing is leading. They got 68% of the votes.
68, 32. So
32.
they're handling their business.
Yeah, Barrio's taking care of business.
That's going to be representative of Arizona over Clemson on Thursday. 68-32. I like that. Just feels right.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next region, pizza region. A lot of great pizza places here in Tucson, Arizona. The number 1 seed is Rocco's Little Chicago.
That's
and
UConn.
Yeah, this is a very, very tough battle here because they're taking on upper crust. And Rocco's, they got the advantage. They got 75% of the vote so far.
I changed my – that's Arizona over Clemson, 75-25. That's better. That seems more – 68-32 it works too. But Rocco's is going to be tough to beat, man. I mean, they got
even their wings are bomb.
They got listen, they got a strong starting 5, and then they've got depth from the bench. They got guys that could start for most other teams coming off the bench.
Yeah.
And every year, man, it's just they're just a machine. They're just really good.
They're like UCLA of the 70s.
Yeah, they got it's like, oh well, Kareem graduated. That's cool. We got a guy named William Walton coming in,
and he's got dirt from Temecula.
So yeah, this one has Rocco's out in front of Upper Crust, 75-25, and then the other matchup is No Anchovies versus Brooklyn Pizza Company. So you got a University of Arizona gem and a 4th Avenue gem.
Yeah,
like man, this is
tough.
This is like the 2 versus a 3 seed in the Sweet 16. This is as good as it gets. No Anchovies currently out in front. They have 52% of the votes.
52. That's
gonna go down the wire.
Yeah.
So go vote and
How
help
many
out your
votes
favorite restaurant.
How are we doing as far as engagement's concerned? I mean, is there people really getting into this, or is it like
We have a bunch
out
of
of
people.
11 votes, No Anchovies has got 7?
I think on average we're getting like 70, 80 votes per poll.
No, this one so far we're already up to 200,
Oh, so
Oh, wow.
and we have a
Okay,
whole
well,
day left.
Fuck me, I guess.
So
yeah.
yeah, we got plenty of votes. All right, now time to move on to the
Nothing to add.
East region of the Munchie Madness
Is it east or is it south?
with UConn, with like the UConn and that bracket right now, how loaded it is. This bracket is probably the most loaded out of all of them, and that is
Oh, the Mexican food.
Mexican food.
Yeah, this is the West. East is pizza, and it's interesting because you got Rocco's, which is going to have like Chicago style pizza, and if they win, whoever they face is going to be kind of more of a New York style pizza.
So you
There's
have the
layers to
ultimate
that one,
question.
baby.
You got a
There's
cultural war.
There's layers. So that one is going to be really interesting because people get like
They get pissed.
Territorial, a little defensive about their pizza.
Yeah, I mean, if you talk about like Chicago, that's not pizza. If you're from New York, and then Chicago's like, oh,
That's tomato sauce
Yeah,
on bread.
I feel like anybody who says that Chicago style pizza isn't pizza has never really had Chicago style pizza.
Yeah.
or you're just
That
like,
shit's so
we're just
good.
tribalistic, man.
Or
Or
I
you're from the
guess.
East Coast, and you're like, this is the way I grew up eating pizza,
Sure.
and this thick thing is just bread, which is not.
Yeah.
And then Detroit was like, ha, you guys really want to see something? We put the sauce on top of the cheese. How you like them apples?
And it's square.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, I prefer to eat a piece of pizza with my hands, but I've had some really great slices by eating it with a fork because it's so messy.
I love eating with a fork and knife. Is that
Chicago?
weird?
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Y'all are not believing in yourselves hard enough if you're eating Chicago style with a fork and knife.
No, you got to eat Chicago style with a fork and knife.
I never have.
Never.
Mm-mm.
You're a prima donna.
I'm a real hands-on kind of guy.
Yeah.
I'm a prima donna.
You're a prima donna. Yeah.
I do. I love thin crust. I love a good thin crust.
Yeah, me too.
From like oregano's, where it's like crispy. It's almost like a cracker with some cheese and marinara sauce and all the toppings. And also, I'm not the kind of guy who's going to sit there and be like, shame on you for putting pineapple on pizza.
Right.
Why are we going to regulate pizza toppings?
And that's the thing is because everything else about you would think that you're that guy. It's really interesting.
Yeah?
I would think that like if somebody's
Oh,
like
pineapple?
is Justin a pizza shamer? I'll be like, yeah, probably like 90%. I'm pretty sure pretty sure if you do not have the right toppings on your pizza, Justin will call it out.
Yeah, somebody somewhere just won like a plus 400 bet on you not being a pineapple shamer.
By the way, I'll just say it right here. I'm not afraid. I love pineapple. I love Hawaiian pizza. And if you get a Hawaiian pizza and you have them put like fresh slices of jalapeno on it.
Oh,
a little bit of bacon.
Yes, now you're talking.
Yeah, I mean, that's really good too. But like the ham, the pineapple, the jalapeno. Magnificent.
Has anyone ever like put maybe not instead of ham, but Spam? Wouldn't Spam and pineapple be the ultimate Hawaiian pizza?
Interesting.
I don't know.
They eat a lot of Spam in
Never
Hawaii.
had Spam.
You've never had Spam. I mean,
No.
that doesn't surprise me.
Well, Spam's like kind of like
don't they have
bologna?
like a roast? Like, I mean, they have Spam in Hawaii, but they also like actually roast pigs over a fire, right?
Yeah.
So they eat ham too.
They do.
Yeah, as we all do.
Yeah.
I think I like the Hawaiian pizza with pineapple is one of my favorites. And when you throw a little bit of bacon on there, I've had that too. It's two different kinds of ways to do the pig.
Yeah.
So for any of you asking, his name is Ali. Is he of a certain Middle Eastern faith? You clearly know that I'm not now.
Surprise!
Yeah. I eat the ham with the bacon.
You said pork multiple ways, and that just reminded me of totally off topic. Do you guys remember? I think it was called U.S. Fries on 4th. It was a poutine place.
No.
You guys know what poutine is?
Poutine isn't that duck liver?
No.
Poutine's the fries with the.
It's the Canadian like dish where it's like street food. It's like a plate of fries with brown gravy and cheese curds in it, and then they like top it with a bunch of shit.
But what is poutine? Isn't it? Is that what it is? Is cheese with gravy?
Cheese, gravy, and fries.
What is poutine?
That's poutine.
Yeah, it's the fries with the gravy on top.
Oh, the whole thing is poutine.
Yeah, the whole
I mean,
thing.
I think I've had it before and I've seen it, but I just didn't know.
Anyway, totally off topic.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. It just reminded me. Now I'm hungry.
Poutine, man.
You know, we hang
Fucking
out
love
long
poutine.
enough for any period of time, and it always comes back down to something about poutine.
Yep. That's where it all started.
We all like poutine.
All right, so now moving on to the most competitive region. Here are the restaurants left in the Mexican food bracket. Rolly's Mexican Patio, Minidito, shout out. El Hueto Canelo, by the way, owner's doing great in the hospital. He was in critical condition, was experiencing some health problems, but someone posted a video of him saying, like, I'm all good, I'm rested, I'm recovery. He's in the hospital doing great. So
And that's how you know that Tucson is truly a gastronomic food city. That's redundant. Gastronomic city, because we knew when one of our owners of a restaurant was not doing too hot,
is doing
and
okay
everybody
now.
was worried about him.
Yeah.
Now Mr. Hueto Canelo himself is doing amazing.
You know why this category is so hard?
Why?
Because I go to El Güero, and I like the Macho Mucho burrito. It's carne asada, and they put cabbage in it, and I love that, right? The carne asada with the cabbage is great. I go to El Charro, carne seca. You don't get it anywhere else, right?
Yeah.
And they dry it on the roof, and it's just like, right? So the carne seca plate is the best. I go to Minidito. They got the best enchiladas anywhere.
Yeah.
Right? And everybody in one of these places has got something great. And then you go to Rolly's Mexican Patio, and I'm going to be honest, this place I need to go to.
I've
I've
never
not
been
been
either.
there, but I'm sure they've got something. Maybe their green chili tamale is to die for. Whatever. I'm sure they've got something.
I've heard they got great tacos and taquitos.
So Rolly's, I was going to say taquitos. I don't know why the taquito kind of came out, but who doesn't like a good taquito? So we're talking Mexican food, but you could get into even deeper layers of categories within the Mexican food category itself. And each one of these businesses, each one of these restaurants could plant their flag as a winner. So
Yeah.
this is a difficult one.
Yeah.
And if you're going to make Rocco's like the Yukon of the pizza division, I mean, I think you got to say you got a bunch of Yukons in this one. I mean, it's like I'm like, hey, you know who's number one in this one? Good, I don't. They're all number one seeds.
Yeah. What
So-
are the matchups?
So the matchups are El Charro versus Minidito.
Whoa.
This is like, hey, let's go back to the 70s and let's have Kentucky and UCLA.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't even say it. You know what this is?
Yeah.
This is Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is like
Down goes Frazier.
Yeah.
Down goes Frazier.
This is in the heat.
Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas.
No, man, that was like 30-1 odds.
Or Vander Holyfield, Mike Tyson.
Yeah, there's nobody's bite. There's no ears in any of the dishes being made.
Okay.
This is just. Can we just like?
No
I
figure?
just give you an analogy. Can you just be like, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Frazier Ali, right? Is there better? The trilogy of Frazier Ali. No better fights. And yeah, this is a heavyweight matchup of heavyweight matchups. Yeah.
It's as good as it gets because you have
It's got to be close.
El Charo. Well, right now, Minidito has the edge, 59% of the votes.
Wow.
Okay.
And you got El Charo. You mentioned how Minidito has the best enchilada.
In my opinion.
El Charo has probably the best chimichanga of all time. Some would say they're the inventors of the chimichanga. So it's like chimichanga versus enchiladas.
You
I
guys
don't
are
know.
too young for Gordo's.
I don't know.
Gordo's all-you-can-eat chimichangas. We used to go there as a football team after practice on Thursday after walkthrough. Probably why we lost so many games on Friday because we were all like, I can't move. It's like he had a commercial. It's like, dude, this guy and you are like, you're related somehow. Gordo. You get on a TV and the commercials were like, do you like chimichangas? No. I mean, do you really like chimichangas? Well, come to Gordo's because it's all you can eat chimichangas, baby. I could see if there was a different time, if Justin was a little bit older, he'd be like,
in a new life.
Put the bib on.
I'll be back in 4 hours, Mom.
4 hours? Hey, I've spent a few hours at Sweet Tomatoes before.
Sweet
Yeah,
tomatoes.
in college when it was open, yeah, me and some buddies, we would go to Sweet Tomatoes. We bring our laptops, and we would do homework and just eat.
There's a really good the latest Curb Your Enthusiasm. There's a really good. The last episode is about Larry David and JB Smoove going to an all-you-can-eat, and JB Smoove gets banned because the owner's like, it says all-you-can-eat. He's like, no, but you go too far. This is your 9th plate. Don't say it's all you can eat. Say it's like only 9 plates or 8 plates. And so it was Shimmy, the owner of the buffet, banned JB Smoove.
Yeah.
And then ultimately banned Larry David, who only had 2 plates.
God bless buffets.
They're the best, especially Sweet Tomatoes.
They went to the place, and the sign is like right in front, all you can eat buffet, and they wrote the word no, not all you can eat
Not
buffet.
all you can eat buffet.
Yeah.
Wait, so that means the other matchup is Wedo and Rollies, right?
Yep, El Wedo Canelo and Rollies, and currently Wedo's has 69% of the votes. So nice advantage for Wedo's. It looks like right now, if things stay on track, we're going to have an Elite Eight of El Wedo Canelo versus Minidito.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy. That's going to be a tough one.
You know what,
so,
man?
It's hard, man. It's so hard. And Minidito, I know it doesn't look like I'm a salad guy, right? I know it looks like, me and salads don't get along. I'm a huge salad guy. I love salads. I love a good, like Southwest-style salad.
You're a salad guy that likes to eat the bacon, blue cheese,
Even like I have healthy salads that have like an oil and vinegar or vinaigrette. I stay away from the ranches and the heavy dressings. Like when I eat a salad, it's as healthy as it gets. I also just like chicken sandwiches, and chicken wings and desserts. But
can I take back something I said? I was wrong.
What's that?
I'm starting to think about like what the Final Four could be. I don't want to choose. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah. No, I was talking tough. I was just talking tough.
I was talking
But Minidito.
such a quick.
These restaurants are hanging Ali over the edge off the building. He's like, I'm
There's-
sorry, I didn't mean it.
Well, I'm just
I
thinking.
didn't mean it.
I'm just thinking if like the Suge Knight me. I was just thinking.
He's Vanilla Ice.
I was thinking if I had to choose between like El Guero and Minidito or El Charo and Minidito.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Hell
I'm
no.
like, yeah, it's not. No.
But back to what I was saying, Minidito, the best salad ever. They have a chicken topopo salad,
Oh, that's good.
and it's almost like it's a big ass salad that has like a few like cheese sticks on the side,
And the chicken is shredded.
and it's shredded. The
Yeah.
lettuce, it's so fresh and good, and it's on like a tostada. So that's where the carbs come in. That's the croutons of the salad is the tostada at the bottom
That's
of it.
the topopo part.
You guys are both looking at me as you describe it as though you're trying to sell it to me, being like, "Hey, Andrew,
Well,
you should probably fucking eat this salad."
maybe a few more salads in your life wouldn't be so.
I eat salad.
I'm just
I eat
trying
salad
to tell
quite
you,
often,
man,
actually.
Do you?
the chicken topopo
That's-
salad
it's-
Minidito.
He's the one who's telling you you're fat. I didn't say anything.
I didn't.
I'm
He's the-
feeling.
No, I
very
I
attacked
think
by
you
both
look
of you right
beautiful.
now.
Not me. No, you're beautiful, man.
Thank you,
Yeah, I just want you healthy because I want you to be healthy.
thank you. But I do get the presidential platter when I go to Minidito every single time.
That's a good platter.
As you should.
It's a damn good platter.
That's a really
my
good.
guy.
That's a good platter.
And
You
then
know-
you walk out like, oh yeah,
And I walk out like,
with your Bill Clinton
I
accent.
got it. Sit down in the car, can't breathe.
Yeah,
That's a good meal. That.
Do you eat that and you're like all of a sudden attracted to interns?
I have this friend Monica who just I don't know.
I did not eat that whole plate of Mexican food.
Someone said
Just licked clean.
Shohei Ohtani said I did not have parlay relations with that bookie.
I did not have.
And we're right back to poutine.
Yep.
All right. So that is it for the Munchie Madness. We got the Sweet 16 rounds. Elite 8 rounds will be over the weekend. Go to the ESPN Tucson X account and cast your vote. And then by this time next week, we will have the Final Four.
Man. So we got to, one of you guys produce it up or show lead it up. I think we could do something where we're actually there and
Totally.
try and like whatever your best pizza is, your best wing, your best whatever burger, Mexican food.
We're going to make it happen.
I mean, film it, put it as part of overtime, both video and radio, whatever podcast. We can do that. The technology is there. Speaking about the technology is there, man, I'm so old. Back in my day, the $6 million man could do some amazing things, only for $6 million.
Oscar Goldman?
No, dude. Lee Majors. Oscar Goldman was his boss.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's Lee Majors was his real name, the actor's name, and it was gosh. Yeah, you can't leave me hanging right now. $6
Yeah, I
million
gotcha.
man. This is the old thing. But I was just thinking about that the other day. Like for a guy to be able to run 100 miles an hour, jump.
Richard Anderson? No. Martin Brooks?
No, man, what are you looking at?
I'm looking at the cast of the show.
Lee Majors, what was his character's name?
Steve Austin.
Steve Austin.
Stone
Thank
Cold.
you. Steve Austin. Stupid.
Stone Cold.
But just think about inflation.
And that's the bottom line.
Think about inflation, man. How much would it cost to do that now? To build a $6 million man in a fake show that's not real? Kind of like the $6 billion man? Would billion do it? You could see really far. You could jump really high. You can run really fast. You got unbelievable strength.
Yeah. Well, it'd be
Steve
six.
Austin.
It'd be $6 billion in America, and like in Mexico, it'd be 6 million still.
Who would be the $6 billion man? Elon?
I mean, he would do it for himself, sure.
Yeah.
I think he's put the chip in himself. But it's also cool. I saw the technology is like the young man who's a paraplegic who's like playing Mario Kart and was able to like change a channel and do things that they weren't able to do before. It's going to
With
get
that
people.
chip in his head.
Yeah,
Oh damn.
and you're going to be able to maybe solve a lot of health issues. And the problem is I think, well, we're getting like really deep here, but we're not reproducing at the same rate as we used to. You're going to have a lot of people living longer. And so a lot of structures we have in place right now are going to be stressed. Like, I hope you guys don't expect to have Social Security. You better put some money away now.
Buy gold.
Yeah.
Buy gold.
On that note,
Yeah.
I'm going to go put some money away.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Spears and Ollie Overtime.
401k, you guys can't start soon enough. I know you're just like, oh, we need that money now. Put it away.
Mhm.
I'll drink water for dinner.
Sure. That's what it's. I put some money away. I got to drink water for dinner. Ridiculous.
Subscribe, rate, and comment the Spears and Ali podcast wherever you get your podcast. And for Spears and Ali Overtime, hit us up on YouTube. We'll be back next week. Maybe Arizona is in the Final Four. We shall see.
We're going to be in the Final Four. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Let's go Cats. Let's go Cats. Big weekend. Big weekend. It's one step at a time. Nobody likes orange for the next couple of days. Nope. Orange sucks.
Appreciate you guys for listening and watching.
You're cool, but orange sucks.